Hello and welcome back to RollPlay R&D, going into the second hour of week number 8, I believe. Hopefully that's correct.
Yep.
Steven, what's going on?
So, Lobelia has been, like, split down the middle by an attack from this dragon's claw. Magnus is, like, slowly being subsumed into the body of the dragon as, like, tendons and musculature begins to, like, regrow along the surface of this skeletal beast. Lord Wyman hasn't taken any damage yet, has he?
No.
We'll have to.
Well,
fix
yes,
that.
no, I did. I fell into the fire, and I fell off when I was trying to jump.
And Rock has just been like negating huge hit after huge hit, taking debility after debility. He's now what, sick, stunned, like
shaky and scarred.
Yeah, shaky and scarred. What do we need? We need to get you confused and weak.
Yep, I'm saving those. Those are the big ones.
Yep. All right, well, Cathris turns around and he says, no, I've waited 60 years for this, and I will not be stopped. And he launches himself at Rock. Speaking a powerful word, Rock, you smell the scent of ozone as the air around you begins crackling, and a massive claw comes swiping in your direction. What do you do?
But isn't Rock in the magical bubble?
I am, yeah.
Because he's near me. So
okay,
I just want to put that out there.
As Cathris, like, as his head comes forwards and his like the words die on his lips and the crackling ozone dissipates, and he unleashes this howling roar and darts his jaws forwards to you, Rock. What do you do?
I meet his jaws with my sword.
Okay. Are you just like, are you trying to defend?
No, I'm meaning to attack him.
Okay. So he's got 2 attacks coming your way, one with a claw, one with his jaws. Are you just going to soak both of those?
Rock. Fucking crazy.
He could.
No.
No, you are absolutely ridiculous, Rock. But you're pulling it off. I don't know how.
So I'm sorry. I'm reimagining the scene now. He's coming towards me with this with his jaw and with his claw as well. And yes. I'm in this magic. I'm in this aura of magic.
In a null magic zone.
And I saw what happened when his spell or whatever came into this.
Yes, it dissipated.
I sheathe my sword and put my shield at my side and sit there and just wait for the attack to come into the aura.
What?
Cathris, like, laughs as his jaws close around you. So his, like, jaws close around you, crushing, like, your armor and shredding it. He picks you up and he, like, grabs you with one claw, and he just, like, tears both with his teeth and with his claws.
Okay.
Are you soaking both of those with bloody Aegis?
What's the damage if I don't? Am I dead?
Dude.
Well, you're taking 2 attacks for the best of 2d12 plus 5 damage.
Oh my god.
What HP are you at?
He's at max hit points. He's got like 26 hit points.
I'm taking both damages.
All right.
What?
Roll the best of 2d12 plus 5.
The only way I die here is if I take... Well, let's just see what happens. I'm just going to roll 2d12, and then we could just add plus 5 to whatever.
Yeah.
So first one, I take...
16.
16.
And that's 3 piercing, so you only get the benefit of 1 armor.
Okay.
So you take 15 damage from that.
15. Okay, so I've got...
Oh.
Where are you at, dude?
Okay, this might be rough, but we're doing it.
Where are you at?
I can't go back. I can't go back.
Oh my god.
So you take a second 15 damage. 14, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're dead?
Are you dead?
Steven, what's up?
The dragon Cathrist grabs you, and he just, like, begins pulling. And you sink once again into the black abyss of death.
Yeah.
And you see the gates before you, the endless black wall rising up into the heavens. And beside it, you see this cloaked figure standing in front of it with his arms open. And next to him, there's this, like, really cut dude bro standing there with, like, a tunic with the sleeves cut off. He's got these bulging muscles. His straps are, like, coming out of his shirt. He looks at you and he says, "Hey, Rock, you gotta come here, buddy. Come here. Would you roll 2d6, Rock?
Yeah. 6 or lower, I'm dead. 7 to 8, I make a deal. Or 7 to 9, I make a deal. 10 or higher, I'm fine. Fuck!
No!
But there's a problem with that roll, Rock.
What's that?
You roll
it's 2d12.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Reroll?
suspense. What is this?
I need you to roll 2d6.
Okay. I'm just fucking with y'all. There's no reason to be. Look, it's all good. It's all good. Look, we roll an 8.
Yes!
We make a deal.
Okay.
Nice.
So, like, SDR comes towards you, and he slaps wrists with you. You know, like when Arnold slaps fists with that guy in Predator, and they're like wrestling, like arm wrestling in midair, and like his arm starts like bulging, and like your arm starts bulging, and you feel awesome, and it's like the best pump ever. And then like Death steps in and lays a hand on STR's shoulder, and he says, "This one is mine, STR. He has already avoided me once, or have you forgotten?" And STR looks back at Death and he says, "That's true." And Death looks at you and he says, I'll have to think about this for a second. I'll have to think about what kind of deal Death wants to make with Rock.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, you guys in the living world, you see Rock just get like split in two. One of his legs goes like flying off into the corner of the room, and like his broken body goes collapsing against the wall as Cathris like roars out a bellow of triumph. And he quickly starts stomping towards the rod of nullification as all of the flesh that's on him begins dissolving and turning into ash. Some of it is like evaporating into the air. Some of it is like flaking off and like falling to the ground. Belle, you're pretty close, right? What are you doing?
Belle.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to do right now. I guess I can see that Rock is messed up, so I'm probably going to try to defend him. So go near him so that my bubble is like a little closer.
Are you carrying the rod because you dropped it? Oh no, you didn't. You ate the damage.
Right.
Yeah, I ate the damage.
Good.
I was like, F that. I ain't dropping it.
Belle, I'm with Belle, and Belle, I think we just need to run into Cathris with the field and free Magnus. And before we do this, I will heal you.
Okay.
Okay.
When his skin is peeling away, are the tendons loosening as well inside?
Yes. Do you want to try and break free?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's plus your strength. So roll to defy danger plus your strength.
Okay. Of course.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You managed to break free. You managed to break free, and you go collapsing to the ground. And when you land wrong, and you just slam all of the air out of your chest, and your spear goes skittering across to the other side of Cathrist. Cathrist is heading straight for Lobelia, trying to he's pulled back his neck, and he looks like it's going to dart it forwards towards you, Belle. What do you do?
Well, I'm probably going to try to dodge and get out of the way of that.
Okay.
But I'm going to dodge towards him. Probably try to get under-ish.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll your defend or your defy.
Okay. I believe I already have one of these. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, man.
Nice.
God, Belle. That's so good.
I was a little worried because I'm pretty low HP.
You dodge his strike, which just scrapes against the floor, and you hear this incredible sound of cracking bone as his jaw hits the ground where you once stood, as you do a dive roll through his legs. As you pass under him with the rod of nullification, the rest of his flesh just evaporates, and he's left with his bones only. He's furious, and he fixes his gaze on Lord Wyman, who's still in front of him. What do you do, Lord Wyman?
Well, shit.
That did not go as we planned.
If his flesh is gone, then Magnus is free, right?
Magnus dropped to the ground. He's gasping to get his air back as he collapsed to the floor.
Okay. Shit. And what do I see with Rock?
Rock is like unconscious over in the corner, bleeding, maybe dead.
Okay. And how close is Belle to the to the heart?
Belle is like right under Cathrist's pelvis right now, so she's really pretty close to the heart. It's probably within like the near range.
So can I run towards Belle?
Yes, you're gonna have to dodge under like between and around his neck and legs and stuff as he goes.
Okay. And that would be a roll to Dex.
So you can just sort of choose how you're doing it. If you're trying to like dodge and roll and duck or out of the way, that would be Dex. If you're just like,
I would like to throw my voice and try to distract Cathrist so that I can use wisdom.
Cathrist is currently deaf.
Oh, that's right. I fucking made her deaf. Okay, well then I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna try to intelligently dodge.
You could try to endure using your Constitution and just like
endure.
Soak anything,
that's
or you could try to power through with your strength.
Oh well, I think sure. I'm gonna power through.
Okay, so you just go like bowling through, trying to like, sort of let the worst of the blows sort of just check you rather than like avoiding them entirely. Go ahead and give me that defy. So as you're running underneath Cathrist, you see the glowing heart above you, and Cathrist just like slams his body down, and some of the bones like pin you to the ground, and you take the best of 2d12 plus 5.
Okay.
Lobelia, this slam actually missed you. You were just out of the way.
Oh my god! A
so
1 and a fucking 11. Like what?
16 damage, piercing 3.
It's like what I rolled too, dude. I had like a 3 and a.
What is the HP on the party?
I have 3.
I have 6 now.
8.
Okay, let's go back to the deal with death.
Yes.
Steven, throughout this entire time, when death comes up and says that to STR, I turn to STR and I say, my God, this is all gone according to plan. And I turn to death and I say, let's make a deal. I go back into the mortal realm. I bring you the soul of Cathrist, who's probably been eluding you now for hundreds, if not thousands of years. The only thing I ask is that you help me defeat him, and you can have mine as well.
He looks at you and he says, Cathrist's soul, your soul, both of them are mine. Then neither of you know it yet. He turns and faces SDR, and you sense like this energy of communication passing between these two otherworldly entities. And SDR turns to you and he says, stay strong, my friend. And he like holds up his arm and like flexes his bicep and then like turns his fist so that his bicep like bulges.
I look at him and I just go, ain't none but a peanut.
And SDR vanishes in a mist, and Death turns to you and he says, I have made a deal with SDR, and now I must make a deal with you. Worship me for the rest of your days. Wear my colors and bear my weaponry. Spread my name in all the land, and you may return.
I look around. STR is no longer there.
Yes.
I asked Death, was this what STR wished?
He says, STR is a god. Gods never like losing followers. But he says you have served him faithfully and deserve not to die in this moment. And therefore, if you will it, then STR wills it.
I look at Death right in the eye sockets, I guess, because he doesn't have eyes. And I'm like, he goes, in a paladin's life to go against their god is something that is completely forbidden. To do this, I must ask for the deal to be sweetened. The 3 friends that I have left in the mortal world must not be harmed anymore, and they shall remain there in whatever state possible, as long as they are alive.
Death looks at you and he says, the Black Gates are not wholly under my command, but I can do what I can to ensure that the passing of your friends is more difficult. That is all I can offer you. Accept it or join me.
Rock kneels down on the ground and like puts his arm across his chest and bows. Say, what would you have me do?
Death lays his hand on your forehead and places a thumb, a bony finger, right in the middle between your eyes. And you feel a searing pain, and you open your eyes. And in your hands, where once was the spear of souls, now is a massive scythe. Your armor is painted entirely black. There's a searing pain on your forehead as you have been touched by death. You have 1 hit point. You return and awaken. You still are missing 1 leg.
Okay. Yeah, what do I see? Do I just see Cathris like demolishing the party?
So Cathrist is currently grinding against the floor with a Lord Wyman, his pelvis pinned underneath the massive worm. Lobelia is like moving in your direction, just behind Cathrist. You're sort of like looking at his back and pelvis, and his tail is thrashing around. Lord, where is Magnus? Magnus is like on the other side of Cathrist, sort of pulling himself up off the ground. So What do you do, Rock?
Is his right leg visible?
Yes.
I strike at his right leg.
Okay. You pull yourself together and like claw yourself forwards to get yourself in range of the right leg. It takes a moment, and as you do this, Cathrist turns his attentions to Magnus, and now that Lobelia is over, like close to Rock, Cathrist's head is out of the null magic field, and he begins speaking a powerful word, and you smell ozone on the air once again. Magnus, what do you do?
I want to try and get up and quickly scramble over to grab my spear that fell out of my hand as I fell.
Are you trying to dodge this attack that's coming your way in the same breath?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you just dodging it?
Yeah. It'd be like a barrel roll on the ground.
Cool. So a massive bolt of lightning streaks out of Cathrist's mouth, rocketing across the ground towards you. Roll your defy.
Right as I begin rolling on the ground, Mikhail realizes that I'm not going to get out of the way of this and runs from the back of the dragon and just puts his bear right in front of the flame and absorbs the entire attack.
So his ferocity is already 0.
Is it?
Because you did that last session.
Oh, but it comes back in like an hour.
I think you have to rest, but I'll let you do this. But if Mikhail takes this attack, he will die.
He's a good bro, man.
All right.
I'm gonna mourn him.
He is a true bro. Mikhail goes and goes leaping in front of this lightning bolt, which like pierces through his body, exploding smoking hot bear meat all over you, and like coring a hole through the hulk of this bear. He collapses to the ground, smoking, and utters one last before collapsing to the ground. Meanwhile, Quellim, who has been cowering along the back wall this entire time, comes running forwards and he says, "No! Not the bear!" And he sees that Rock is like trying to like upper body muscle his way towards the right leg of Cathrist. Quellum comes over to you, Rock, and he kneels down next to you and he says, Rock, I thought you were a goner. Let's see. He says, when we get out of this, I'll drink a serious, serious wineskin with you, my friend. And he picks Rock up bodily, because Quellum is like, he's a big, heavy guy. He's pretty buff. I wouldn't surprise me if he worships SDR too. And he like tosses you, Rock, towards the dragon.
Okay.
Are you trying to land like near it or on it? What is your...
I use the toss to like spin in the middle of the air. And like I use the Sith. So imagine like if I'm spinning like this, whatever that is, vertically, I guess. Yeah. I have the Sith like held so the Sith is sticking out, and so eventually it's like a lawnmower blade. And eventually it'll go into Cathrist's leg. Okay,
cool. So you go flying through the air. Would you defy danger plus your let's see. I think that's going to be strength.
Okay.
This flying, spinning.
Sonic the Hedgehog move.
Sonic the Hedgehog move. Go. Hey, we hit.
Oh. Okay. Let me think here. Yeah. So you manage to like your scythe bites into the leg of Cathrist. Roll your damage.
I get 2d10 plus 2d4 still, I think. And that's...
Yeah, d10 plus 2d4 for Exterminatus, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Here we go. 14, not bad.
Oh! Okay.
No souls left. I can't use any souls.
So it's clear to you that...
it's not even the right weapon.
That attacking this leg doesn't actually hurt Cathrist.
Right.
But... your scythe has so much angular momentum from the rotation of your spin and throw that it completely shatters the upper part of its leg, and the lower parts fall to the ground dead and turn to dust immediately. Cathrist lets out a shrieking roar, and you fall immediately underneath Cathrist, sort of like right next to Lord Wyman. And Cathrist sort of rears up on his hind legs and looks down at the both of you. What do you do, Lord Wyman?
I'm going to get the hell away into a safer position where I can hopefully heal some folks.
Okay. Rock, what are you doing? It looks like he's about to like bring his weight
up. And he's
it looks like he's about to bring his weight down on you.
I turn my if he's... So if you're looking at me right now on my webcam, he's falling behind me, so he's about to hit like the top of my head. It's the back of my head's facing where he's going to land. I put the scythe up and just like go like that, so he's going to, no matter what, hit that and just brace.
Okay. So Lord Wyman, roll your defy to get out of the way.
And just do I roll it against my dex?
How are you getting? How are you avoiding this danger?
And how was I using my con before?
By enduring and sort of like soaking whatever.
No, I'm just going to use my dex. I'm just going to try to expertly jump out of the way and hope that it happens right here. 6. Well, I leveled.
All right, so Cathrist collapses down, slamming himself down onto Lord Wyman and Rock. Lord Wyman, roll the best of 2d12 plus 5.
He's gonna die.
Goodbye.
Fuck. Never mind.
2d12 plus 5?
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't... I don't think there's anything I could possibly roll, because I have 3 hit points.
Certainly not a 15.
Yeah.
All right, so his claw comes down on you, Lord Wyman, shearing off your right arm and like cutting a huge gouge into your side and sending you into the unconscious, shadowy realm of death. Rock, roll an attack.
Like a 2d6 or a d10?
2d6.
Plus anything? Plus strength?
Plus your strength. It's a melee attack, yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay, Rock. Roll your damage.
Come on. That's not bad.
11.
Okay. Your scythe sinks into the obsidian heart of Cathrist, and gouts of flame come spewing out of it. He brings down a claw on you as well, dealing you the best of 2d12 plus 5 damage. So roll that.
Ignored.
You have 1 hit point, by the way.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah. Okay. And he lets out a bellowing roar, and like his tail vertebrae begin clattering to the ground, and you just hear this sound of like rain in the chamber as bones begin just falling off of him. And he bellows and roars, and his entire form just collapses and disintegrates, and falls to the ground, scattering all over. Cathrist, the Great Worm, is dead.
Nice. Well done.
Lord Wyman.
Yes.
What do the Black Gates of Death look like in your culture?
Well, as suddenly things go black and my eyes widen open, I still realize that I can't see, and for a moment I'm brushing away what seems to be large, fluffy clouds, but instead are actually billowing clouds of pipeweed smoke as everyone around me is celebrating and having fun. And moments later, I hear a tune that sounds very familiar. In fact, I wrote that song. What an amazing place this must be, as two very well-endowed women are beckoning me to come closer to the gates.
And
it's fantastic.
One of them looks at you and says, Lord Wyman, we've been waiting for you. Please come join us. And would you roll 2d6, Lord Wyman?
Well, so I just in case, as I realize as I come closer to the gates, I start to realize, what's around me is of course the end, the beginning of the end. And so I start to just kind of sing these words to myself. Too many open wounds, eventually you'll die. I fought until the end, I promised you'd I'd try. Imagine flying squirrels, pipeweed, and big blue gems. My memories are lewd along with my friends. This once it's under my control, so I better get it right. I rolled a fucking 6 on the dice!
Now, Lord Wyman, Death looks at you and she says, Lord Wyman, under any other circumstance, I would welcome you freely unto my heaving bosoms. But a friend of yours made a deal with me, and so I'm going to make a deal with you.
Really?
And because of Rock's selfless decision to accept Death's offer, you get a +1 to your roll to defy Death.
I rolled a fucking 7 on the dice.
So Death says, Lord Wyman, in order to return to life, the next time we see you, you must sing a song of how we met and glorify the name of Death. And if you can do that for me and go around the land singing a song in my praise, then I will let you live and welcome you to my heaving bosoms in the future.
Death, I can do that. In fact, you've chosen the right man, for I write the best songs across all the land, and I promise you that people will hear of this story, and it will be sung from none other than the pipes of Lord Wyman.
Death nods and plants like a big wet smooch right on your mouth. And then she says, go back. And you open your eyes. You're bleeding profusely. You're missing your right arm. But you have 1 hit point, and Cathrist is dead.
Am I the only one not missing a limb? Like everyone's missing a limb.
You took a pretty serious cut down the front of your body. But so like
I'm missing a left boob or something.
Yeah, everybody is missing a limb except for Lobelia. Lobelia got off pretty easily. Cool. So You look around the room, and in the center of it, you notice that, like, in the middle where that green ring of runes is, the runes are all glowing and the floor is irising open and like stone is grinding. And a huge mechanism is lifting like a chest out of the middle of the floor and into place in the center of the room.
Fat loots!
What do you guys do?
I sprint over to it. 'Cause I'm
right.
all about the loots.
Cool.
I'm gonna go grab the heart of Catharist.
Okay, so Lobelia, you grab the inert heart of Cathris now. It's just a little bit warm to the touch, and you hold it up and feel the sweet taste of victory flow through your veins. And the black ink inscribed on your arm flares painfully and then withdraws and leaves your skin unblemished. Magnus, are you opening this chest?
Yes. As soon as it rise up, I sprint over and just throw the lid open.
You throw the lid open. Would you roll 1d12 plus 5?
Man, traps!
twice?
Don't you know anything about traps?
Jesus Christ.
Actually, it's 1d12 plus 1d4 plus 5. And roll that twice and take the best result.
12 plus...
I hope that's money, son.
1d12 plus 1d4 plus 5.
16.
And
then I roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yes, you throw open the lid and you find 300 coin and a small mirror that has a glowing rune etched in the silvered side of the mirror. And at the bottom, a piece of parchment. And when you unroll it, it reads of a tale of land to the far south where there is a swampy village that's been fending off the encroachment of the sea for years and years, and how, like, rumor has it that the sea, the people of the sea are trying to wage war against this city and have wrought all sorts of magical artifacts and weaponry and items to help them in their quest. And that is all that you find in the chest. As you stand there and the sense of victory washes over you and the enormity of your struggles through the dungeon play back in your minds, the ceiling begins crumbling around you and incredibly bright shafts of light begin stabbing down into the darkness and smoke-filled chamber that you stand in as like the entire ceiling begins like collapsing inwards from the center out, and then like the walls begin collapsing down as well, opening up to a bright blue sky overhead, a few fluffy clouds floating above you, birds singing in the distance, and the sweet breath of fresh air blows into the chamber and washes all of the smoke out of the room.
Yay.
So...
Could someone help me find my arm?
Yeah, I'm standing next to Wyman. I'm standing next to Wyman, and like I'm missing one of my legs, and I notice he's missing an arm, and I turn to him and I'm just like, make sure they don't know that I made a deal. I'm just kind of like casually saying it.
Don't worry, Rock. Not only will I make sure that no one knows that there was a deal or whatever, I've also finished your song.
And Rock looks at he takes both of his arms and puts them on his shoulders, and he goes, "Well, thank fucking God I don't have to hear it." And I close my eyes and tell death I'm ready.
Are you like slipping into death, Rock?
Yeah, I'm like slipping into death.
Yeah. Death welcomes you with open arms and ushers you through the black gates into the kingdom of the beyond. And those of you who are still alive see Rock collapse under the weight of his wounds.
No, and I go to Rock. And I'm like crying and shaking.
I
Like, you can't leave us.
I need to take a quick break. Do you guys want to like go back to Jaywin, or do you want to like call an end here and then talk about?
I thought there was going to be a celebration at Jaywin.
Yeah.
We definitely have a
We
celebration.
were promised celebration and lots of flying squirrels.
I
Steven,
think
you
that
cannot renege on this.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break, come back, have a little celebration, and talk about the game.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Sweet.
We'll see you guys. You want to just call it the reunion show up next?
Sure.
We'll loop in the RP into that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys in 3 minutes after the break.
Peace.